Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xana520, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we traversed Zora's River. This whole area. In fact, if I go to my map, I can turn on Hero's Path mode. That's not it. And you can see the path we took up through Zora's River. And then I just took a shortcut at the end. But we're finally here in Zora's domain, so let's go find out what all the hubbub's about. Also, it's still raining, because it will be. Zora's domain. There's a shrine there. Look at little Zora. Little tiny Zora. Huh. Whoa! I've been waiting for you, Link. Welcome. Behold the pride of my people, Zora's domain. Now I shall introduce you to the king. Hurry, this way. The king. Hmm? Huh? What is it? Master Link! Is it truly you, the Hylian champion? It's me, Riven. We used to swim together when I was but a child, remember? I don't remember, but that sounds familiar. Well, it has been 100 years since then, and now I'm over 130 years old. I must say, you've aged well for a Hylian. Unbelievably well. Now that I think about it, shouldn't you be dead? Sorry, that may be too personal a question. Ahem. Father, we are on guard duty right now. Oh, right, sorry. The leader of the pack, Baz, the heroine, Gaddison, and my father, Trello. They have all aged quite a bit, I'm afraid. But they are all doing well. Oh, but Master Link, you probably shouldn't speak to the elderly. Oops, sorry for keeping you too long. You have business in the throne room, right? Please proceed there at your earliest convenience. Looks like Father was rather excited to speak with you. Oh well. A Hylian, eh? I believe this is our first meeting, yes? My name is Dunma. You're female, right? My, how observant you are. Is there a problem? How old are you? That is not an appropriate question to ask a lady you've just met. Let's just say I'm less than 100 years old, can't you tell? I'm so much less formal than the elders, aren't I? At any rate, right now Zora's domain is looking for a Hylian warrior. For more detailed information, please go speak with King Dorephan in the back. So it seems like the only people who recognize us, so far, are over 100 years old. That's interesting. What in the devil are you doing? Kia! Kia! Lady Mipha, watch this. I, Segan, the aptly named Demon Sergeant, shall strike down the divine beast Vah Ruta. What you doing? You're Link! Finally, I can avenge Lady Mipha. It has been 100 years since you last showed your face here. Now I, Segan, will cut you down myself. What do you mean? Playing dumb, eh? Nice try, but you cannot fool me, Champion Link. You were unable to protect Lady Mipha from Calamity Ganon. It has been 100 years since we lost her. Poor Lady Mipha. How heartbreaking. I won't fail her again. There is no way we would ask for your help now, after all this time and after all that has happened. So says I, Segan, the Demon Sergeant. Even if this body of mine is destroyed, I will drown Ruta in shock arrows myself, and in doing so, Lady Mipha's regrets shall be alleviated. If you understand anything of courage, then get out of my way at once. You can't touch them. Obviously. Hello?
Hey!
Hello, and welcome. Zora's domain is currently searching for a Hylian like you. And that said, this Hylian, I get the feeling I've seen him before, perhaps a long time ago. Hello, Baz. Oh, do I have enough, I do. Let's get a heart container. That way we can survive some more hits. Yay! Bloop. Go and bring peace to Hyrule. I'll try. Oh, you must be the kid. Holy crap, you're huge. You're like a whale. Ah, you must be the Hylian that Sidon brought here, correct? You did well to come all the way here. I am King Dorephan, ruler of the Zora. Hmm? That object upon your waist. Is that not a Sheikah slate? Hmm? Now that I have gotten a good look at you, it is all too clear who you are. You are the Hylian champion Link. Do not tell me you have forgotten me. The Hylian champion? You can't mean the Link? That champion? So that's where I have heard your name before. What a fateful coincidence that we should cross paths. I cannot believe it. The Hylian champion, Link, has appeared before us. We have met numerous times, I'll have you know. Ah, so many memories. My mind is overflowing with nostalgia, my friend. I had heard a terrible rumor that you had fallen in combat, but it appears you managed to survive. Extraordinary. I've lost my memory. Come again? You say you have lost your memory? But surely you must remember my precious daughter Mipha, yes? You do you not? Mipha who? I cannot believe it. Have you truly forgotten my dear Mipha as well? You and Mipha were so close, yet you do not remember her? Young hero, please look upon the beauty of Zora's domain. Do you see that statue? Does gazing upon Mipha's immortalized form still not jog your memory? Well, perhaps your memory will return in time. I dearly hope so. Father, I do not believe discussing my sister is helping matters at the moment. Link seems confused. Oh? Yes, of course. But first, it is worth noting how remarkable it is that Sidon brought a champion here without realizing it. That is quite a feat, my boy. That is a good one. Link, I doubt not that you have endured a great many trials. Still, I must ask you to hear my plea. Now then, hero, I must inform you that Zora's domain is in danger of vanishing because of divine beast Vah Ruta. I shall do you the courtesy of speaking bluntly. We alone cannot stop this beast. Will you lend us your strength? What? King Dorephan, my liege, please do not speak so. To ask a Hylian for help, why, the very thought of it curls my fins. Muzu, I expected more of you. How can you still protest? Muzu, it is rude to speak that way to your king and his guest. Link is here because I invited him. With such unprecedented rainfall, we have no choice but to rely on the aid of a trustworthy Hylian. Have we not already discussed this and arrived at that very conclusion? He is the key to saving Zora's domain, I have no doubt in my mind. Indeed, Link is a champion through and through. As things now stand, Zora's domain, nay, perhaps all of Hyrule, is doomed to be swallowed by the sea. This is bigger than all of us, my friend. Zora and Hylians alike must put aside our differences and band together. Have you forgotten already, my king? We cannot trust these lowly Hylians. 100 years ago, they abused the power of an ancient civilization and turned Hyrule into what it is today. And that is not the least of it. It is their fault that Lady Mipha was lost to us. Link, Divine Beast Vah Ruta has great power. It has the unique ability to create an endless supply of water. Of late, it has been mercilessly spouting water into the air.
As a result, this area has been plagued by heavy rains. For us Zora, water and air are as one, so you would not think this would be quite so critical of a problem. Sadly, the rains have filled the eastern reservoir nearly to the point of flooding. If the reservoir bursts, as it soon will, I fear immense damage will befall not only Zora's domain, but also the area downstream from us. There, Hylian lives are in very grave danger. The divine beast is crying out once again. The divine beast Vah Ruta. Your princess Zelda often studied the divine beasts, that is, in the time before the great Calamity. According to her research, the orbs located on Ruta's shoulders are mechanisms that can control the water it generates. However, they require electricity to work. These orbs are clearly out of control now because there is no electricity coursing through to stop them. Sidon, who is quite shock resistant for a Zora, hit one with a shock arrow. Sure enough, it slowed the water a bit. Unfortunately, as an aquatic race, we Zora are terribly vulnerable to the power of electricity. Perhaps because we could not safely strike it with enough electricity at once, the water soon returned to its full force. That is why I went in search of a Hylian who could help us. Link, I am certain you have already figured this out, but we need you to use shock arrows to get those orbs working properly again. I will aid you in any way I can, of course. Please, hero, I beg of you. Help me stop Ruta's rampage of destruction. What? Princess Zelda herself instructed you to board the divine beast and appease it from within? So then, Princess Zelda is still alive? Yeah, in Hyrule Castle. I do not believe it. She was alive this whole time, just as you were. The events of 100 years ago cannot be altered, it is true. But if we can regain control of the divine beasts, they may yet prove useful in sealing Calamity Ganon once and for all. I did not know you had such grand ambitions, Link. Wondrous. Naturally, I shall help too. Once it has stopped rampaging, you can easily climb inside it. Come, Link, let us appease Ruta together. I'm in. Let's do this. Thank you, Link. Truly, we are in your debt. Our goal is the same. That means our meeting was nothing short of destiny. Now then, allow me to offer you this gift as a show of faith.
Zora armor. Custom armor painstakingly crafted by each generation Zora princess for her future husband. Wearing it will give you the ability to swim up waterfalls.
So long as you wear this, you can ascend waterfalls just like a Zora. Please take good care of it.
King Dorephan! Surely you do not really intend to give this outsider the Zora armor? Countless generations of Zora princesses have gifted that armor to the one they have sworn to marry. Princess Mipha made that one there with her own hands. It is far too important to entrust to a shady Hylian. He may be a champion, but Mipha had no such relationship with him, so why should he receive such an honor? This is just too much, my liege. I do not understand it one bit.
That Muzu is not easily swayed once his mind is set. You must understand, he was in charge of educating my dear daughter, Mipha. Naturally, she means a lot to him, just as she means the world to us. Ever since we lost her to the Calamity, he has grown to despise Hylians. I hope you can forgive his rudeness. But what shall we do now? I tasked Muzu with finding the shock arrows we will need to appease Vah Ruta. But now he has rushed off in a huff.
Link, do not let his words concern you. I will work this out with Muzu. I shall return shortly.
Sidon. I suppose that means you are going to tell him. Link, Muzu is most likely at the square down below. Would you mind going down there? I would like you to try to speak with him. Alrighty. So this part of the quest is a little obtuse. Little bit. Oh ho ho! You're back. You're that Hylian our Prince Sidon brought here, aren't you? Please go and meet with him right away. Yeah, every NPC has a name. Including this one, Rumble. Well, what is the matter? Huh? A Hylian! And not just any Hylian, you were Link! Of all the Hylians Prince Sidon could have brought back, what are the odds it would turn out to be Link? Lady Mipha's revenge. I shall enact it now, here and now. Wait, what did you say? I, Trello, shall punish you on behalf of our beloved Lady Mipha. That's what I'd like to do anyhow. But I'm afraid those of us in the Zora Council have our hands full trying to figure out what to do next about Ruta. Ruta? You were alive 100 years ago, so you should know all about Ruta. Surely you cannot have forgotten. Lady Mipha, our Zora Champion, in order to help defeat Calamity Ganon, she piloted Divine Beast Vah Ruta. But I do not understand. Why is the Divine Beast sending a plague of rain to us and making the domain suffer? I think that the rain is the tears of Lady Mipha, who was defeated without fulfilling her duty. Grumpy Gus. Anyway, we can find Sidon down here talking with Muzu. I don't care what you say. Muzu, please listen. Alright, cutscene time. Huh. You came all the way here, but it was in vain. I have no desire to speak with you. Listen well, Muzu. There is something you need to know. He who stands here, the man called Link, is the one whom my sister Mipha had feelings for. I was only a child then, so I did not know it myself at the time, but it is so. I grew up hearing my father tell stories, some of which were about my sister's undying love for a Hylian named Link. What? No! You cannot fool me with such a fanciful lie. Not this Zora. How could Lady Mipha possibly have feelings for a Hylian like him? The facts are clear. He remembers nothing, even when he looks upon Princess Mipha's statue. It is the truth, Muzu. Though you never knew it, he was ever in Mipha's heart.
I was thinking, this reminds me of the time we first met. You were just a reckless child, always getting yourself hurt at every turn. Every time, I would heal you, just as I'm doing right now. I thought it was funny how, being a Hylian, you looked grown up so much faster than I did. I was always willing to heal your wounds, even back then. So if this Calamity Ganon does in fact return, what can we really do? We just don't seem to know much about what we'll be up against. But know this, that no matter how difficult this battle might get, if anyone ever tries to do you harm, then I will heal you. No matter when or how bad the wound, I hope you know that I will always protect you. Once this whole thing is over, maybe things can go back to how they used to be when we were young. You know. Perhaps we could spend some time together.
What is the matter, Link? Are you unwell?
You are quivering like a hatchling. Whatever is the matter?
Mipha, I remember.
What? Do not mistake me for a fool, Hylian. There is no way you remembered her just now when it is most convenient. In any case, without any solid proof, I cannot possibly take you at your word. If you have any such proof, now is the time to show it. Do so, and I shall tell you how to get those shock arrows. Yes, as well as anything else you wish to know.
So, Mipha and Link had a romantic history 100 years ago. And the only way to prove to Muzu that this is actually true is in this piece of armor right here. The hint is in its description. Custom armor painstakingly crafted by each generation's Zora princess for her future husband. Mipha expected to marry Link. So this armor was crafted for him specifically. Muzu, look closely at the clothes Link is wearing.
You really think changing your clothes is going to make me... Eh? What in the... That is the Zora armor from before. Lady Mipha made that by hand, and yet it fits you perfectly. What is the meaning of this?
Now you understand, do you not? Now you know who her heart belonged to, and who she made this special armor for. The fact that this armor fits Link perfectly should be proof enough that Mipha made it for him and him alone. You have always disliked Hylians, even before the Great Calamity. That is why Mipha never told you. Now that you know, you must promise to help him save us all, Muzu. Please, tell us where we can find the shock arrows we need. Knowing you, I bet you have already figured it out.
I never would have imagined she would make that special armor for one such as he. I do not approve of asking for help from a Hylian, but I suppose it is our only option at this point. I am a proud Zora. That means I must take responsibility for my unwarranted behavior toward you. As promised, I shall tell you where you can collect as many shock arrows as you will need. That tall mountain over yonder. It is called Ploymus Mountain, and there you will also find Shatterback Point. A terrifying creature has made its home up there. This awful beast shoots volley after volley of shock arrows. Even a single one could be fatal to a Zora. Aha! You must mean that Lionel. He's a man-beast, that one. That beast does indeed wield shock arrows. That is certainly one way to collect them quickly. He is vicious to be sure, but I am certain Link will rise to the challenge. In order to appease the divine beast, I estimate you will need at least 20 shock arrows. Do you think you can gather that many? Why do you still doubt him, Muzu? I have no doubt he will be triumphant. Okay, Link, let's get moving. The fastest way to Ploymus Mountain is to ascend the waterfall east of the domain. That Zora armor should come in handy. Just swim to the waterfall basin, and then go up the waterfall from there. I'll wait at East Reservoir Lake, right at the Divine Beast. Gather at least 20 shock arrows, and then come join me. I'm on it. Wonderful! Together we shall stop that Divine Beast's onslaught. Ooh, boy. Okay, so the Lionel at Shatterback Mountain. It's one of those enemies in this game that is, like, forced to be a certain, kind. That Lionel will always be a red Lionel. Grab some Fleet Lotus Seeds.
The plant that bears these seeds grows near deep water. The roots draw nutrients from the water, which boosts your movement speed when the seeds are cooked into a dish. Also, don't look too closely at the... Crab. Don't look too closely at them if you have tryptophobia, because they are lotus pods. Anyway, we also have this back here. This is a silver longsword. It's a Zora two-handed weapon. Should probably pick it up. Silver longsword. Although the Zora prefer spears to swords, they made this two-handed weapon using a special metal. It found popularity among Hylians for its unique design. Fortunately, I can't carry it, but it's there. Anyway, let's get this shrine. Alright, what do we got to do for this guy? Anything? Anything special? Or is this going to be what they call a blessing? Blessings are shrines that have no internal challenge. This one obviously does. They all have the same exact layout. And basically it just grants you a free spirit orb, because getting to the shrine itself is the trial. Pushing power, though. So this challenge sees us avoiding giant balls, because we need to get that one up there. Be careful here. Ow! Son of a biscuit. Ow. I'm gonna survive that again. There we go. So I have to get this ball down there. I also need to get this treasure chest here. Grab this real quick. Zora spear. What do I have in my inventory that I don't need? Zora spear is better than the Lizzle spear. That's interesting. Anyway, what's going on down here? Is there a... There's a backup. There's a backup. Interesting. So apparently there's a stall right here. It's preventing any more balls from spawning. So I believe I need to use Cryonis. So first push the ball here. Go. Let it roll down. Keep going. Keep going. There it goes. And then I need to freeze it as soon as it gets down there. There we go. Just need to get it here. And then... put it in the hole. There we go. Easy. You've got a hat on your back. Means you're somewhere in the middle of the ranking system. Spirit Orb 2. Yeah, you can skip time at a campfire or a cooking pot, provided it's lit. But now that we're done with that shrine, we're out of time. So next time on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we're going to go out and explore some more. Because reasons. What's up with you? Oi, Hylian! You listen to what King Dorephan has to say. Yes, so that is the cause of our suffering in Zora's domain. It is all because of that beast Ruta. That's why my senior apprentice Franck and I are repairing the domain. However, our materials are a bit depleted. Materials? Yes, repairs require a large number of luminous stones. You can find plenty of them around Upland Zorana. Have you by chance already stumbled across some luminous stones during your travels? For instance, if you have 10 of them, that would be a big help. Well, that's a side quest. He will trade... This is a repeatable side quest type thing, where you can trade luminous stones for diamonds. But anyway, next time in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we'll go exploring, we'll get that tower, and then we're going to go off to other places to gather some extra goodies. Till then, this is Anna520, signing out. Stop yawning.